My name is Lyudmyla Honcharova. I'm 18 and from Ukraine. At school, I was often taking part in theatrical staging, but then I didn't think that I could fall so passionately in love with stage. When I was in the 10th grade, I started going often to theaters. Since then, I realized that I would like to connect my life with stage. The stage demands full dedication. I'm ready for this. In the theater, you can be anyone. You can live many lives. The theater does not have a time frame. It is like the time machine. That is probably why the theater appeals so much to me. I'm studying now the second course at the university. My major is acting. I played in Chekhov's stories, also had experience in reading poetry. At the university, we lack good teachers as well as class hours. The education is below the proper level. And while I was studying at school, I took part in staging of Ukrainian play The Forest Song. When I was reading about the academy, it seemed for me to be something incredible. In the academy, students learn in small groups and teachers have an individual approach for each student. There is a high level of education, big teaching experience and prospects for students. That is, everything is needed for the quality studying. An actor is like clay, which should be shaped carefully. If to spoil it from the very beginning, you will not get the quality result. That is why it is so important to get quality acting education. To my mind, the academy can provide me with it. The Lark is written by Jean. I'm performing one of the genre's dark monologue. I'll start at the beginning. It's always nicer at the beginning. With my father's house, when I was still a little girl, looking after sheep. And the first time I heard the voices. I'm very small and my hair is still in pigtails. I'm thinking of nothing at all. God is good and it keeps me safe and happy, close to my mother, and my father, and my brother. In the quiet countryside of Dobromir. While the English soldiers are looting and burning villages up and down the land. World surrounding me is mighty and wonderful, and it protects me. It is so simple to be a happy girl. The bells were ringing for the noonday angelus. The light came in bright sunlight, but brighter than the sun. And That time I saw a man in a white robe with two white wings reaching from the sky to the ground. He didn't tell me his name that day, but later on I found out that he was Saint Michael. Jean, go to the help of the King of France and give him back his kingdom. Oh, sir, I'm only a young peasant girl, not a great captain who can lead an army. I don't even know how to ride a horse. You will go and search out Robert de Baudricourt. He will give you a suit cloth to dress you like a man, and he will take you to the Dauphin. Saint Catherine and Saint Margaret will protect you. Please, please, pity on me, holy sir. I'm a little girl. I'm happy here alone in the fields. I've never had to be responsible for anything except my sheep. The kingdom of France is far beyond anything I can do. If you will only look at me, you will see I'm small and ignorant. The real of France is to have a sir. But the King of France has famous captains, as strong as you could need, and they're used to doing these things. And if they lose a battle, they sleep as soundly as ever. They simply say the snow or the winds was against them. And if all the soldiers perished, they would be simply crossed out from the list and die. Every day and night I will think of those who are sent to death. Please, pity on me, holy sir. No such thing. No pity. He had gone already. And there I was, with France on my shoulders. The Marriage is written by Guillaume. I'm performing one of Agafia's monologue. Honestly, this chosen business is so difficult. If there were just one or two, but four, take your pick. Mr. Anuchkin is bad looking, but he's a bit skinny, of course. And Mr. Podkolosin isn't bad either. And truth to tell, though he's rather stout, Mr. O'Malley's still a fine figure of a man. So, what am I to do, if you please? Mr. Shabasky is also a man of distinction. It really is difficult to decide. You can't begin to describe it. Now, if you could attach Mr. Anuchkin's lips to Mr. Podkolosin's nose and take some of Mr. Shabasky's easy manner and perhaps add Mr. O'Malley's solid build, I could decide on the spot. But now I've got to rack my brains and it's giving me a fearsome headache. I think it'd be best to draw lots. Turn the whole matter over to God's will, and whichever one comes out, that will be my husband. I'll write all their names on a bit of paper, roll them up tight, then so be it. especially when she's in love. It's something no man will ever understand, and anyway, they just don't want to. That pen ready? All that remains is to put them in my purse, shut my eyes, and that's it. What will be, will be. This is dreadful. Oh God, please, make it Anuchkin. No, why him? That's Mr. Podkolosin. But why Mr. Podkolosin? In what way are the others worse? No, I won't. Whichever comes out, so be it. Oh, all of them. They've all come out. My heart's pounding. No. It's got to be one. If only I could draw on Balthazar. No, what I'm saying, I mean Mr. Anuchkin. No, I won't. Let fate